The WZ-132 used to be one of the tanks that I aspired to get as a beginning World of Tanks player like 5 years ago. But lately it's really bad compared to the meta. It could just be because I have a really shitty win rate in it. I win 55% of my games in this tank, but I've noticed that there's been a major meta shift in World of Tanks, and tanks like the WZ-132 have been power creeped like terribly. So what I want to do is I'm grinding through it to get to the WZ-120 because I feel like tanks with armor and some mobility are where the game is at right now. More towards armor, but I feel like the 121 is going to be one of the stronger mediums in today's meta. And so we have to get through this thing. So today we're going to be playing through a couple games in it. All right, let's try to make this one a good one. So we're on the map El Halluf. It's a standard game. Now, El Halluf, really bad light tank map. A lot of people like to try to bring their lights to the south on this map, and actually in this sort of matchmaking, that's not awful, but 9 times out of 10 it's pretty bad because they've got 4 TDs in this situation. You can spot some TDs by going to the south, but you won't be overwhelmed with campers. But, you know, I haven't set up this tank for scouting at all. It's got a gunlaying drive, a rammer, and a V-stab, and I run food, and look at my view range. Like, not designed to scout whatsoever, so we're destined to play C2. If we have to scout, we can try to make it work. Like, I have really solid camo, but the main thing is actually going to be brawling in C2 and trying to play this tank like a knife fighter, like it's kind of supposed to with, you know, the 250 alpha that it has. The main problem with this tank is its gun handling, but I've done everything I can to mitigate that. So on a map like this, there's a couple plays you can make. Sometimes what I'll do on this map is I'll blind fire this location to start off. I don't always do it. I think in a tank that's super fast, you'll often beat mediums like people to that position, but you'll blind fire it early is what I'm getting at. So I just choose not to break my camo, but you know, you can do that. It's definitely an option. You'll get here first because you're in a light tank and you can just sort of camp this corner. Now, when you're camping a corner like this, what you want to do is you want to zoom out as far as possible, and you want to like watch this with your peripherals, but also watch the map. So in this case, the bat shot arrived early. What I'm going to do I engage him? I don't think it's worth trading my HP to get another 250 damage. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to camp like this, and we're just going to wait for someone to cross. The thing is, this bat shot is here, but I don't know if another medium has snuck up with him, and there you go, there's a P43. So if I had poked on the bat shot, someone else could have been on that corner, and that wouldn't have ended well. Now, this angle here is not generally, it doesn't work out well. Sometimes people will cross if they're not like, if they're kind of new to the game, they'll cross, and you can see the IS-3 did. He's actually a stock IS-3, so there you go. But most people know not to cross, so you don't get a lot of shots, but I did get a free one. If more people cross, I will get more shots, but this is where the rest of the damage comes from for now. I just got blocked by... Dude, come on. Christ. Alright, let's try that again. What we're going to do for this one is we're going to go to the one line like I normally... Actually... we're not gonna do what I normally do. We're gonna go to the hill on this map. Now, it seems that everyone and their mom likes to go to the hill on this map, and like that's fine. You can get a lot of shots going there. What we're gonna do is we're not gonna commit to the hill. We're gonna look for early shots on the sides of people. Tanks like the WZ, really good for that type of thing. We're fast enough to get into position to shoot people on the side, but I think tanks like the M41D should beat me to the hill, and so I don't want to like get there last and then screwed up. If we have support going to the hill, I'll work on taking it, but yeah. This should be better than going to the 1-2 line where we'll probably have tanks like the Defender and the Karn and the 53 TP. So, you know, that's why I'm making this play. So what we're going to do is we're just going to wait. That one luckily went in. That guy's really low. What I'm going to do is we could take the hill at this point. Okay, so you can come up to a position like this to look for really weird shots in the M41, and you can see he's there. We put one into him. That was blind, but still got a shot into him. We're not spotted here, and so now he's a 2-shot actually if we wanted to take the hill, and this is where most people would make the mistake. They'd stick around here for too long. The thing is, they have Artie. I really don't want to be here. I'll get clicked, so I'm just going to drop out, and we're going to look for another flank to play on. It's actually totally okay to start off on the 0 line and then move to like the entire western side of the other side of the map, and that's exactly what we're going to do here. I just don't have a good feeling about this fight on the hill. They have the M41 in a good position, then the guard will be in like a better position, and they'll just take advantage of that M41 taking the hill. Now, this guy's looking for a shot on me. That one would have gone in. I actually hit a rock, but he isn't shooting me. That's great for me, not for him. Where do we go from here? So we're going to lose the hill for sure. I think what I want to do is I want to get shots on them as they drive down the hill, and then from there we're going to have to continue to fall back, but I want to shoot them as they push into us, because right now it's a 3 versus 5, so the typical position to do this from is this TD location right here. It's really aggressive, and we'll see if it works. I might get caught out and die though, so That won't be good. But there are bushes. We'll see if we can use them. These bushes are designed to be awkward, for fuck's sake. I'm just going to go for his track. If we can kill the 5100, it gives my team a lot of chance to do well here. He's looking at me. I'll just go for the retrack and then get safe. Good. There we go. So hopefully someone can finish him off or at least put a shot into him. We'll just continue this angle. There we go. And like, because I'm poking so quickly, he's going to have a tough time. Now, here we have 2 one-shots. I'm just going to see if I can kill the someone. I want to kill someone. And now we're the front lines, which is not a good situation to be in as a light tank, man. I want to see if I can kill the 50, but he's in a good position. So in this situation, what I have to do is I have to run. All of our team is back here. Like, all of our defending team is back here. So leaving this flank and letting these guys join the fight is exactly what we need to do. The Pantera's going to maybe put 2 shots into me. Yeah, there you go. But we're able to get out of here, thank God, and the 5100's now low. So it might not have been worth the like, I maybe should have left slightly sooner, but it's going to work out. And from here, we're going to take positions basically back here. This is where I love to defend against people like that 54 mod 1. So let's see. He's just driving across an open field. Now I'm in the open. They have no one on the hill, and I can tell that because everyone's been spotted off the hill. Bounce, of course. This shot's never going to go in. He has the advantage. I should probably just get safe. Okay, so from here, we're sort of pushing the 1-2 line. They might actually win that, and if they do, this game's going to be a landslide in their direction. So what I need to do is I need to try to help out these tanks here. We've got a lot of HP, and I think these 3 tanks should be okay against their 3 tanks, and so if I can help these guys do well, you know, we'll have more tanks and this game might be able to make a win. I don't know how to describe that, but basically I don't want this full HP defender, this one-shot defender and so on dying, because we need them if we want to win the game. So that's that, basically. We have to try to make it work. Now, this is never going to go in. I have to figure out how to pen a Karn. I don't know how to pen him, actually, in all honesty. Let's see. That one's kind of not going to go in. So I took a hit, but I actually learned a lot from that hit, so I'm kind of okay with it. I think that if I stick around here, I'm going to be hung out to dry. Am I being focused? This defender fired. Yeah. I feel like I went to help someone and then he left, so I'm going to try to leave. The WZ might kill me here. ISU. Yeah, this is a landslide. That was lucky. Okay, so I'm using the land to try to stay safe from this SU-130. I want to see if I can take a sniping position and kind of put people into a crossfire. What will happen is as these guys push in, I'll have shots in them. Now the thing is, actually, we've lost the 1 line, but we might be able to retake the hill, and that might give me a couple more shots of damage, which... Oh, he bounced. That's really lucky. I'm surprised I'm still lit, though. My Sixth Sense didn't go off there, so that's kind of ridiculous. I don't know how that happened, but let's see. Okay, 416 died. These guys are both one-shots. I'm going to make my last stand here. This position's actually really strong because you are already safe. The thing is I'm kind of butting heads with my teammate here. This guy got spotted. Am I lit? Sixth Sense went off, so I am spotted. Okay, that one missed. I don't mean to block this guy, but I am. He's holding a really weird angle. I don't think it's accomplishing much because they can just drive up into us. See, what I would love for him to hold is like... more aggressive like this, you know, because then we can see where they're going, but that's gonna be me dead, I think. Yeah, okay, so there's nothing I could have done in that situation that I could have seen. I tried to be, you know, I played the flanks that I figured were relevant. I tried to help us with the hill. The reason they won that one is because they actually won the hills. So maybe if I had taken the risk and gone against the M41, our team would have been in better positions on the hill and we wouldn't have lost so many tanks. But that's like a maybe. I don't think, like, we lost by 8 tanks, so I'm not really sure we actually could have won that one anyways, but I'm okay. Like, the play that I made, it is what it is. I think the main thing to learn from that one is I shouldn't have pushed into the 1 line. Like, I should have noticed that our object 252U was falling back, and that's where I ended up losing my HP in that game. And I could have maybe gotten an extra 2 or 3 shots of damage, but for the win, I felt like I played pretty reasonably. Yeah, let's see. How did we do? I mean, I came top on the score, but that's to be expected. I was basically the last to die. Top on damage, top on XP. The SU-130 did very well with 2,100 damage, and their defender did amazingly with 3,100. So did their Karn, 3,000. Like, they had a great team, so they did very well. These top 4 guys did a lot of damage. So, you know, it happens. That was a loss, but, you know, I'd love to play another, actually. Let's go do that. Overlord. Where do we go from here? Okay, Overlord's a really challenging map for lights to play, but it's definitely better than most of them because the way Overlord works is there's like the map has like an apex right at the middle and it's an entire field otherwise. So there's a lot of like flanking opportunity. It's kind of like Wide Park, honestly. So there's a lot you can do as a light tank on a map like this. Very little of it's scouting, but what we're going to do to start off is we're going to go to E4 and we're going to spot and look for shots on people who come up to here because that play does exist and I like making it. It's pretty safe. It's also aggressive and it kind of gives you like a really good combination of shots and information. So we're going to start off by going to E4 and then from there I might go to the beach. We'll see who's there. The thing is I don't have enough U range to really spot anything that's camping in the beach, so I have to be really apprehensive about that type of play, but we should be good if some of the team pushes that. The thing about the beach that a lot of people don't understand is it's okay to go there, but you have to be careful about pushing it. Like, part of the problem with the beach is that it's uphill for the rest of the map, so you generally don't want to bring slow tanks there, but if you're in a quick tank, it's like go beach and just drive through and you'll do pretty well. This is not where I meant to go. Fuck. Let's see if I can get shots in the Samua. This position still might work. Yeah, there we go. We have shots. Okay, so this is not the position I intended of going to. I meant to go to where the T-92 was, but I was talking. I'm going to move to where the T-92 is now, but we still got a shot off, and actually, that position's not terrible. So, can we... I think the Progetto's already in a too good of a position for me to expect to beat him. What I think I'll do from here is we're definitely going to have to push the beach, because what's happened is, like I said, you don't want slow tanks going to the beach, but all of our heavy armor went there, and... like, they're going to be useless if they're busy driving up the K-line hill all game. So I'm going to try to push through that. The main thing here with the beach is they need to get to here safely because otherwise they're just going to get rocked by everyone up on the ledge above them. So we're going to help them. We're going to lead that charge. I'm just going to try not to die while doing it, but the main thing is getting this blob of tanks up to here without a hitch. So... we'll see if that happens. They're all full HP, actually. So often what will happen is once you take the beach on this map and the enemy kind of realizes it, they all come back to base, and that will sometimes create the opportunity for flanking shots. So you can actually play the mid and get shots on people, but I don't really... like, my fear is that these tanks are going to stop for the SU-130, for example. Like, I don't want one tank holding them all up, and that's exactly what's happening here. So that's why I'm being aggressive. We'll see if it works. The beautiful thing here is that the defender and the 4 and 6 have pushed through, so we don't have to worry about them hanging on the ledge, shooting me in the ass as I try to get people to drive over to here. Hopefully they follow me, honestly. We'll see. Now, what I would expect is I'd expect there to be a tank destroyer here, so I'm going to be really cautious about this play, and the 5100's not coming. Okay, so I'm going to try to proxy spot through this rock right here. I don't have any support whatsoever, so what I might have to do is these guys will get spotted. It'll bring the TDs forwards to get shots on them, and then I can flank people and that type of thing. So waiting here might actually work out. They got through the beach, no problem, which is good. Okay, fuck. I was going to say, I tend to make these plays way too early. You can see I pushed forward. The Scorpion is still there, like, camping me. And now we're going to get pushed by the SU, of course, kill the SU. We're going to have to use the IS-3A for cover, and we're going to go after the Scorpion. So we need to push through kind of aggressively. I need the IS-3A to take the hit. I'm loading HE. It looks like he'll take the hit. And then we can put shots into the Progetto, the Lorraine, and the Samua in the mid. Please just drive through, man. Christ. It's a Ferdinand 2. Oh, no. Sorry, dude. I didn't mean to block your shot. I didn't realize. Okay, so what I have to do is I have to wait for the Ferdinand to fire, because for sure he'll be reloading then. Good, he fires, and that's going to give me shots. We see the Scorpion, so we don't have to worry about him. And this Ferdinand is just going to drive into the open if he keeps reversing like this. So that's why I'm, like, pretty happy about his play. See if we can get one more into him. Good, he's now one shot, and so from here we push forwards. And the beach didn't work out, but we tried to push through, so... What happened is our whole team went beach and then they just rocked the top. If we'd pushed beach sooner with like fast tanks, conceivably it could have worked, but there you go. It definitely didn't in this instance. That's me dead. He's got really good on the move accuracy. I think I want to kill the Scorpion though. We're definitely not doing well session-wise today. My win rate's down to 50% in the WZ, 1,300 damage. My team all went south. They were able to push the top rail, and you can see that Lorraine did well. It's unfortunate that our slowest tanks went to the beach, but it is what it is. We lost 16k credits. I cannot wait to get some armored mediums, so I'm going to be rushing through this tank. I just want to get out of it, actually. I'm kind of tired of the meta right now, favoring mediums and like basically anything with armor, but it is what it is. That's how maps are designed, so have to deal with it. Got to get tanks that are good in that type of meta. And yeah, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more, be sure to hit the like and the subscribe button, and I hope to see you around. Later, guys. Bye-bye.